Alright, it is Friday, and you know what that means? It is time for another limited time series overview. The brand new one we got here is for BMW M1. So, yeah, 15 tiers, 45 races or events, right? The reward, of course, is the car plus 30 gold and 60,000 racing dollars. Gold and racing dollars, that's most likely going to be put back into the car to upgrade it, since it's a limited time series, so they're gonna require PR, right? And on their site, they have published, I think, 37.9 is what the official number they have published is. So let's enter and find out if we can confirm that. So win a BMW M1 by 100%, completing this special limited time series. The first ever mid-engine BMW to be mass produced. Pretty cool. Alright, of course, this is an old 80s classic, right? Anyway, alright, so here's the reward breakdown. 5 gold for 25% completion, another 5 for 50% completion, and then once we get to 75%, we get 10 gold. So, and to of course the final another 10. So it's not exactly terribly expensive. I'm expecting the car itself isn't terribly expensive either, since the reward is so little, And here, let's use gold. 410 gold is what it takes to get it done right away. So we'll do just that. I know, I'll restore it later. So, for now, we'll collect our gold and racing dollars, plus the car. Yes. And let's check out some specs here on this car. Alright, so can you customize it? Yay, that's always a winner. Anytime you can customize a car, it is a good day. Alright, so we'll worry about that later, but let's go back to the official paint for now. Here, the important one is confirming what the final cup race here in the tier 15 is going to be. It's going to be a 3-lapper at Monza. And let's find out. What is the PR requirement? Yes, it is 37.9. So we can confirm that is what's required. And so far, every limited time series in the current version has been basically you get your car up to 3rd tier upgrade across the board, right? I think so. I don't think we've had one that you had to upgrade some weird other way. At least I don't recall. Or they're all blending in together. So, but that's all in the past. Let's find out if that's going to be the case here. So we'll upgrade it to 3rd tier and see what happens. So base PR is 19.8. So we're starting about at 20, and we need to bring it up to like 38. So that is about 18 PR points that we need to bring get out of the upgrades. So let's see, 19.8 up to 20.7. That is a pretty that's almost a whole point. Well, 0.9 to be exact. I know I can do math. Imagine that. But anyway, so here, you know what? I'll run through, do 3 tiers, right? Or should I do it like the last one? You know what? I'll do it like the last one, so we can kind of figure out what the racing dollar 1st tier upgrades total is up to be. And then look at that, Drivetrain is a whole point PR boost. So let's get that. And then let's try body. 0.7. Okay, so body's not giving us as much these days. And let's go into suspension. And that's 0.8. All right. And the cost-wise, of course, first round cash upgrades, 20-30,000 racing dollar range. So even if you are fairly early in your career, I think you should be able to afford that much, right? If not, earning that much shouldn't take too much time, I don't think. But anyway, the exhaust, is that actually giving us more than 1 point? Look at that, 1.1 PR boost. Cool. Alright, so this one, okay, I like the way it's going so far. And there are, of course, 1 hour R&D time, so that's, let's see, 1 hour takes, let's see, 1 ad, 2, 3, is that 3 ads? Is that how many it takes to get it done right away? Let's see, for 1 hour, because it takes out 30%, right? Or, let's see. So first, you watch 1 ad, it's gonna leave you from 1 hour, gonna cut it down to like 41 minutes, because it's not 1/3, it's 30%, it's not 33%, right? So it's a little bit less than a third. So it's gonna be a little bit less than 20 minutes it cuts out. So 1 ad will bring it down to 41 minutes, and another ad will bring it down to about like 29 minutes. Which means, yeah, 3 ads per upgrade. So these are gonna be pretty quick. 1 hour, or you can just wait them out 1 hour. You know, that goes by pretty quick as well. So finally, tires and wheels. 0.8 PR boost here, and that will bring our PR. First round of cash upgrades brings the PR up to 25.9. So we started at what, 19.8 or something like that. So okay, we have some 18 points that we gotta go up, right? So the first round of cash upgrades will bring it up to brings up about 6 points. So second round should be another 6. And then the third tier being another 6 would be about 18. So roughly, I can see where this is going. So that's good to know. But sort of like the last video, let's check out how far we can go with the cash upgrades here. So checking out the actual details of each tier. First tier is going to be easy. There isn't even PR requirement here. So we got a speed snap, hunter, and a cup at spa. Should be a single lapper. Yep. Alright, so at least I don't think that will bring the car into red, since we're doing a lap at Melbourne, which is a pretty short track, and a lap at Spa, which is longer track, but 1 lap should not put your car anywhere near red. And a tier 2, we got head-to-head, endurance, and a cup at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit. That's a pretty short track as well. It's going to be a single lapper. Yep. So tier 2 should be a pretty quick one. And then tier 3, we got a drag race, autocross, and a cup race. It's going to be at the Hockenheim Grand Prix. I'm expecting all Grand Prix circuit cup races to be single lapper, at least not until towards the later on. We do have a drag race, but this early on, I think we should be able to get through without too much trouble. And tier 4 is what you're gonna have to complete to get, I guess, first setup gold prize, right? 5 gold. Why do I have a feeling this is gonna be requiring higher PR than what I currently have with the cash upgrades? So cash upgrades bring my car's PR up to 25.9, and can I race in here? Of course not. They require 26.1, which means, you know what, brakes typically the cheapest upgrade. So yep, that does bring my PR above what they are requiring. But it costs 12 and I get 5. So just like the last one, it's not gonna be a net gold positive event. In terms of sheer number of gold that you have you're gonna have at the end of the event. Obviously, you're gonna get a car that's relatively well upgraded, but yeah, you're not gonna end up like one of those flashback events where you can actually earn a car, win a car, and while you're at it, also come out with a net positive gold gain. You know, those are becoming rarer and rarer these days, but those flashback events, those were doable. So, like the Ferrari, the Le Mans Legends, you can come out winning the car, plus some 25 gold to add to your coffer. So that's kind of cool, and that's an awesome car as well, the 488 GT. But that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about this limited time series. So let's get back to the topic. Don't let me digress here. So anyway, in order to get the 25% completion, you're gonna have to start spending some gold. And then, alright, so anyway, Tier 5 Hunter Speed Snap at New York Circuit. That shouldn't be too difficult, right? And then we got Daytona Motorcycle Course Single Lapper. That's most likely gonna be a rolling start. And Tier 6, nothing special here. Head-to-head at Formula E Hong Kong, Endurance, and Mount Panorama Cup Single Lapper. So far, looking pretty straightforward. And Tier 7, we got Elimination, Autocross, and a Cup at Le Mans. That's gonna be a long race, even though it's a single lapper. Of course, you guys all know how long that track is. With this slower car, I'm expecting it's gonna take at least like 5 minutes to run through it, but we'll see. And then Tier 8. Alright, so let's see. I think you have to complete 2 goals here to get 51% completion. So in order to reach Tier 8 and earn 50 or collect 50%, earn 10 gold, because 5 for 25% and another 5 for the 50%, right? So, I mean, in order to get 5 gold, you had to spend 12 gold, right? So this is going to be kind of absurd, but here. Alright, so to complete 50%, you have to bring your PR up to 29.5, and I guess a few gold upgrades plus the 3rd tier racing dollar upgrade, I'm expecting that's the way it's gonna be, will suffice. But as I said, if you're running through this series, you're running to win. You're not running to do halfway or, partial completion, because then you are gonna end up essentially without a car and without gold either. So what's the point, right? So, alright, so Tier 8, we have a speed record. At Porsche Test Track, shouldn't be too difficult. On the long road circuit, that is that long stretch, right? That comes right before the Lowe's curve, the first hairpin, right? So that's what you'll have to work out. Typically not terribly complicated goal. And then we got Tier 9. We got a speed snap at Red Bull Ring. Of course, that one rarely gives us trouble. If it does, there is a spot that you can go backwards to get that goal completed, typically, without having to slow down the bot too much. And then you got a head-to-head and a cup race for wrapping up Tier 9, Tier 10, Elimination, Endurance, and a cup at Suzuka East. Now, that's going to be a 5-lapper. Of course, Suzuka East, pretty short track, so not too bad. How about Tier 9? 3-lapper. All right, and that's an international circuit. Oh, that's a medium length, so that's gonna take some time as well. All right, so some of these races might take a little bit longer time than others, but guess what? Tier 11, we don't have speed snap at Mount Panorama. You know, that's been like the last 2 events that's been causing a bit of a trouble. So this one, instead, we got a drag race. So if your car's serviced, I don't think it should be giving you any trouble. But then again, you never know. And then speed snap at the Hong Kong circuit, I don't think will give us much trouble either. So that's that. And then we got a 3-lapper at Mazda Raceway, Laguna Seca for wrapping up tier 11. And tier 12, once you get at least one event done, then you will get the 75% completion here. And look what we got here now. We got speed record. At least it's not speed snap. So this, with a speed record at Mount Panorama, at least we can use the what we call the kitty litter, right? If you are having difficulties, you know, there is no reason why you cannot go off track, unless you're one of those purists that feel like you have to race like you would do with a real car. But yeah, since you can just speed all the way down the hill, you know, the same spot coming out of the forest elbow, except this time we don't stop halfway down the hill. We go all the way down into the sand pit, right? So that's where you'll set that speed record. But I'm hoping it's not going to be another one of those events that they had to push out a separate patch to address, because it was, you know, rather difficult, right? Of course, if you put more upgrades than the final PR requirement, then it's, you know, not an issue. But that's kind of annoying, you know? So anyway, but aside from that speed record at Mount Panorama, we got autocross, which should be fine, and a cup race at the Red Bull Ring National Circuit, 5 laps. All right, so as always, towards the later on in the series, the races are getting longer. And then, of course, Tier 13, here on out, it's going to be all just kind of a final dash to complete. You can see the finish line, so to speak. We got elimination head-to-head, and a cup at Catalunya National Circuit, and that's going to be a 4-lapper. All right. And then for Tier 14, endurance should be fine. Speed snap at Brands Hatch. If you run into issue there, of course, you can train the bots, or you can, you know, with a serviced car, generally, that should not be too much of a trouble. And then we got a 5-lapper cup race at Melbourne. So we're getting a lot of lap counts towards the end here. And for the final tier, we got an autocross at Mount Panorama, which is, of course, the hill climb, right? And the speed record at Dubai Hill Circuit. So that one, let's see. Yeah, that one I don't think it's going to be too bad. And of course, as we looked at it earlier, final race, the final cup race is at Monza Road Course, 3-lapper. So that's going to be a pretty good length, 3-lapper race. But here, let's check out this upgrade, right? Let's get the second gold upgrades going here. So, all right, so we got engine for 18. And then drivetrain for another 18. So we're up to, what, 36? Well, there goes your total gold reward of 30 gold. And body is 14. So we're up to 36. So that's 50, right? So 50 gold so far. And another 16. So that's 66. And exhaust another 16. So 82, right? We were at 66, so 76 and 82, right? Okay, so 82 gold so far. 82 plus 12, 94 gold. And another 15. I was at 94, right? So 99, 109 gold is how much it is going to cost to get this second round of gold upgrades. And that brings our total up to PR up to 31.9. So it's 109 gold and we get 30 of it back. So it's going to cost about 80 gold, basically 79, right? So there's your total, 79 gold and whatever cash upgrade cost. But let's quickly get through these cash upgrades and see where we end up for the PR. Alright, so drivetrain, we're up to 33.7. The body, we get up to 34.4. Suspension, we get up to 35.3. And then we got 3 more to go here. 36.3. 37.1, and do we get there? 37.9. Yes, exactly. So yeah, just like the last couple of or all of the limited time series in the current version, it's gonna be 3 upgrades across the board to complete bring the PR up to the requirement. And as I was saying, for this car it'll cost 109 gold, but you get 30 of it back, right? So yeah, 79 gold is what it's going to cost you. So, and I believe this event runs till not this coming Monday, but the Monday after. What is that? Is that like a 12th or something like that? No, that's like next week. No, 19th? Is that right? Anyway, check your calendar. But the series is open, so here, before I forget, let's restore so we don't get left with the silly amount of gold spent on this car. Yada 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 yada. Yes, I haven't done any time trials, so we're all good. So anyway, so there's a quick series overview for the BMW M1 Championship. So yeah, so it ends in 9 days. So hop in. It's pretty cheap, relatively, right? So, alright, so if you like the video, as always, do subscribe for more content and press that, thumb up button for the like. Alright, the usual message, right? So thanks for watching and we'll see you on the track. Alright, take care.